Good morning, students. I, Mrs. V.A. Yavle, Assistant Professor in Department of Electrical Engineering, would be discussing with you all today a numerical on calculation of output of a transformer. We have already seen the derivation for the same, so let us now proceed how the derivation can be applied to calculate the output of a transformer. So students, in the last lecture we had seen the derivation for calculation of the kVA output of a single phase transformer. Let's now see how that formula can be applied to solve a numerical. Let's see first the numerical. The numerical is calculate the kVA output of a single phase transformer for the given details. The ratio of core height to the distance between the core centers is 2.8. Ratio of diameter of circumscribing circle to the distance between the adjacent core centers is 0.56. Ratio of iron area to the area of circumscribing circle is 0.7. Current density is 2.3 ampere per millimeter square. Window space factor 0.27. Frequency 50 Hz. Flux density is 1.2 Weber per meter square, and the distance between the adjacent core centers is given by 0.4 meters. So we are supposed to calculate the kVA output of the single phase transformer. Before beginning the numerical, we have to first see whether all the units are in the standard form. If we go through the numerical, we see that for current density, the unit that is being given is ampere per millimeter square. But according to the standard units, it has to be in ampere per meter square. So before beginning, this has to be converted to meter square. So it can be delta is equal to, that is current density is equal to 2.3 into 10 raised to power 6 ampere per meter square. Students, we have to be very careful with conversion of these units, otherwise the whole numerical would go wrong. Now the second thing that we should focus is if the respective symbols are not being given. So as we had already discussed in the derivation, we have to convert these statements to their respective symbols. So we'll first write down what all quantities are given to us. Okay, so the ratio of core height to the distance between the core centers is given to be 2.8. That means the first ratio which is given to us is HW upon capital D is equal to 2.8. Now the value of capital D is known to us, so I can find the height of the window, where HW stands for the height of the window. So it is 2.8 into 0.4. If you calculate this, it comes out to be 1.12 meters. Now let's go to the second step. The second ratio says that the ratio of diameter of the circumscribing circle, which is denoted by small d, to the distance between the adjacent core centers, which is denoted by capital D, is 0.56. So the second ratio can be written as small d upon capital D is equal to 0.56. I already know the value of capital D. So from this ratio we can find small d, which comes out to be 0.56 into 0.4. Roughly when you calculate it, it will be 0.224 meters. Right? Now let's go to the next step. We have to calculate the width of the window. So WW will be our third step, which is given by capital D minus small d. Now both the values, capital D stands for the distance between the adjacent core centers, small d is the diameter of the circumscribing circle. So we have both these values with us. So this can be simply calculated by putting, and we get the answer as 0.176 meters. Once I know the height of the window and the width of the window, I can always calculate the area of window, which is a simple formula, HW into WW. So which is nothing but, I'll just put the values. HW was 1.12 multiplied by WW was 0.176, which gives me 0.197 meters square, which is AW. Okay. Now once I know this, I have to calculate the iron area, that is AI. If you see the ratio, right, they have given me one more ratio. The ratio of iron area to the area of the circumscribing circle is 0.7. That means if I convert this ratio to symbols, I would be getting that AI upon area of circumscribing circle will be pi by 4 d square is equal to 0.7. Now I have to calculate this AI. I already have the value of d. So this will give me AI is equal to 0.7 into pi by 4 d square. The value of small d we have already calculated is 0.224. So when I put the value 0.7 pi by 4 0.224, the whole square, area of the iron section comes out to be 0.02758 meters square. Now let's see the last step. I have to find the kVA output of the single phase transformer. So we know Q is equal to 2.22 F BM kW delta AW AI into 10 raised to power minus 3 in kV. Let's check whether all the values are available with us. Frequency is known, flux density is known, window space factor is given to me, current density I have already converted into the standard units, area of window I have calculated, and AI is also available. So you have to just now put it. So 2.22 into given frequency is 50 Hertz. Flux density that they have given is 1.2, which is in already standard units. Window space factor is 0.27. Current density is 2.3 into 10 raised to power 6. Okay. AW is 0.197 and AI is 0.02758 into 10 raised to power minus 3. So when you put this and calculate, it will come approximately equal to 450 kVA. So this is the answer. So we had already seen in the earlier lecture the formula for finding the kVA output of a single phase transformer is 2.22 FBM kW delta AWAI into 10 raised to power minus 3. So we have to check which all quantities are available, which parameters are not available, calculate those first, and then it becomes very easy to put the values and that is to be calculated. So I hope that you have understood how to apply the derivation for the output of a single phase transformer to calculate the numerical. So thank you, students.